When murders occur without motive and the perpetrator remains shrouded in mystery, it is likely a ghost is involved. This was certainly the case in Preston, Lancashire, England, during the 9th century. A young girl was whipped to death by her father, and it is said that her ghost returned to exact revenge on all men. Dorothy Bannister was a teenage girl who lived with her father in an old manor called Bannister Hall in the town of Preston, England. Known as Dolly by her father, the locals called her Bannister Doll due to the cruelty her father inflicted upon her. Dolly was an exceedingly attractive girl, catching the eye of local boys. Many pursued her for affection, and she often found herself being chased around town. However, when some youths attacked her, she was too frightened to tell anyone. As time passed and she began to feel a life stirring inside her, she went to her father and confessed her pregnancy. Upon hearing this, her father flew into a rage. He dragged Dolly by her hair to the garden, tying her to a large stone, and whipped her until her body was bloodied and lifeless. The stone where Dolly died remained in place for years, serving as a grim warning to local girls about the dangers of pregnancy. Mothers would bring their daughters to see it, instilling fear so they might avoid the same fate. Dolly was buried in the grounds of the Holy Trinity Church, yet her story did not end with her death. Soon afterward, a young man was found dead in central Preston. His skull was crushed and his ribcage smashed in a brutal fashion. The police never discovered who was responsible. 2 weeks later, another young man was found dead under similar circumstances. A week after that, a third young man met the same fate. Rumors spread throughout the town about the ghost of Bannister Doll seeking revenge on those who wronged her. Some residents claimed to have seen the ghostly figure of a girl floating at dusk, creating a terrifying spectacle. As for her father, he died a year after Dolly's demise. A new family moved into Bannister Hall but couldn't find peace within its walls. Night after night, they were haunted by the ghost of a young girl, forcing them to leave the house. Another family moved in months later but lasted only 3 days. They experienced terrifying sounds, blood appearing and disappearing on the walls, and doors slamming shut with unexplainable force. They vacated immediately. News spread of Bannister Doll's ghost appearing every night at the rock where she was whipped, weeping uncontrollably. The townspeople avoided passing by Bannister Hall, petrified of encountering the tormented spirit of Dolly Bannister.